What's up YouTube, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we'll be doing the bumper flip on the Axial SCX24 Jeep Wrangler indoor crawler build. If you haven't followed along with the channel, consider subscribing. We're doing a playlist on this little Jeep, so you might actually learn something in that playlist. So going back to the title of this video, so we're going to be doing the bumper flip on this Jeep. So this Jeep Wrangler comes with a bumper, and on this bumper there are built-in LEDs. So it's pretty cool when you're crawling at night. It's a pretty cool bumper. It kind of prevents some damage to the crawler. But this bumper kind of hinders approach angles when you're actually crawling. So we can simply unscrew it, flip it, and that'll give us better approach angles. So I'm gonna take off the body and then we will get to it. So I'm kind of late to the party because I already took off the body, but the bumper is on the chassis still, so kind of demonstrate what we're trying to improve. So here I have a box, and here is the bumper on the Jeep, and so when I kind of approach the box, the bumper hits before anything else, hits before the wheels. So you can take off the bumper entirely, and it'll allow access to the wheels to hit the box first, and that'll allow you to crawl over it. But I kind of want to keep the bumper because the headlights are a pretty cool addition to the SCX24, so we're simply going to flip it. So here on the Jeep, there are two screws at the end of the frame. There's one on this side, and there's one on this side. And so with our 1.3 hex, if you want to check it out, links in the description, we're simply going to unscrew those little two screws that connect the bumper to the chassis. So now our bumper is dislocated from our frame, and so I'm just going to disconnect the light from the LED point on the ESC just to make it a little bit easier to hold in my hand. So now we simply put the bumper back in like this, but now it's upside down. So now we need to flip the actual bumper to this bumper mounting point that connects it to the frame. So there's two more screws that we have to undo on the bottom. So we'll do this right here. There's one. So I don't know if you can tell, but this is the bumper and this is the bumper mounting. I don't know how to describe it, but the bumper is two pieces. So there, now that's undone. So now we can pop off this mounting plate kind of thing, and now we're just gonna flip it. So now it's flipped 180. We're gonna put it right back on, and we're gonna put it on the highest setting because we don't want the bumper to be sticking out like it does. So now we flip that, and now we're just gonna put our screws back in. Perfect. So we've flipped the bumper mount 180 degrees on the bumper. So typically it would go back into the truck like this, but that doesn't really change anything. We want to flip it and install it like this. So now that the bumper is raised from its original point. So let me see if I can get a side view. So the bumper was normally like this, and so we're gonna raise it. We're gonna flip, okay. So the bumper was originally installed like this, and we're gonna flip it 180 and reinstall it, and we gain the clearance from this little drop off right here. So there's a drop off, and so we're gonna flip it and we're gonna gain that height. So it's pretty simple. I'm just gonna flip it into the frame. Grab the two screws that we just took off. Alrighty, and so there it is. So now we've raised the bumper to its original point. So now we're going to reconnect our LED headlights, or our LED bumper lights, I guess you could say. Put them in the right slot on the ESC. They're not on yet because they're not coming on, so I gotta flip it. Alrighty, so now the headlights are connected. We plugged them to the ESC, we turned them on, they function. So the next step is to put the body back onto the frame. And if you noticed, now that the bumper is raised, our body mount location doesn't pop through our body anymore because this bumper is in the way. So the next thing you need to do is raise the body mount location. So we're gonna unscrew these two little screws that hold in the body mount. So one on the left, one on the right. Both of those are off now, and we're gonna get the body mount. We're gonna raise it to its highest setting. So you can pretty much just slide it out. You gotta be really gentle. Slide it out. Seems like it's being held down a little bit on this side. So there it is. And so there's a couple different holes right here. I can show that properly. There's 4 holes. So we want to set it to the lowest one down here. So I just insert it back in, grab one of our screws. Alrighty, so now the body mount is set on its highest setting. You can tell because that little hole right there you see above my finger, that was not visible before. So it's raised to its highest setting. And so now we're gonna put the body back on, and our body mount should pop through our body once we reattach everything. So there is the body mount popping through the body. But as you can tell with the new bumper relocation, it's a little bit hard to locate. So there's either 2 options. You can either go like the magnet Velcro option, or you can trim a little bit off of the Jeep body right here, just a little bit. So I really don't want to trim everything off, so I'm just gonna kind of force it in. It works, doesn't damage the body, shouldn't be too big of a deal. So as you can see, the body pin is through the body. The body mount is on its highest setting, and the bumper is flipped, and the approach angle should be a lot greater because we flipped that bumper up a little bit. I'm gonna grab the old Jeep, the yellow Jeep build that we did earlier in the channel, and I will compare it because that bumper is not flipped, and we can kind of tell the differences between the 2. Okay, so here is the yellow Jeep. The roof rack kind of melted off in my car one day, so that's why it's not on, but update video will be up soon on this Jeep. But anyways, let's get to the bumper. So here is the bumper on the indoor Jeep, and as you can see, it rubs against the body because we flipped it. And here is the normal bumper on the yellow Jeep because we haven't flipped it. So see that gap right there? We closed that gap on the indoor Jeep. So if we're looking them side to side, at this, you can see that the bumper on the indoor Jeep has been lifted. And so by doing that, we increase the approach angles and allow for more crawling capabilities out on the trail. And so this was a pretty free modification. You can do it at home without any money, so that's pretty cool. So now let's see if we will climb, or at least have a better chance of climbing that box that we had earlier in the video. And there we are. There is the proof in the pudding. So if you remember earlier in the video, we couldn't get up that box. And just by flipping that bumper, our front tires touch the box now, and it opens up for more crawling capabilities. So see that right there? That's exactly what you want. You want your crawler to hit its tires before it hits the bumper. So when the tires hit, that means it can go up. So yeah, I'd call that a pretty successful crawl upgrade modification if you ask me, and it was free. So definitely consider doing that to your SCX24. I know this works on the C10, the Jeep. I'm not too sure about the deadbolt, but you check it out. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for subscribing. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.